On Friday afternoon, the Monmouth Digital Network takes an inside look at the Hawks football program's defensive line. Pat O'Hare is gone from the crew a season ago, as well as a few other key seniors. But Darnell Leslie, Andrew Jurczynski, and Demetrius Smith all return, as well as other key returnees, to anchor this group. I was able to catch up with both Leslie and Jurczynski as we look ahead at the Monmouth football program's defensive line in 2015. All right, Andrew, as we proceed through camp now, finishing up day 4, talk about where you think you are as well as the rest of your defensive line teammates.
I've been here all summer, so I feel like I'm in great shape here. I've been working out, lifting. Cornell's here with us now, and many of the other guys have been doing the same, so I think we're all in great shape and ready to go for the season.
And you mentioned it, you spent the whole summer here, but you've been in the program for a couple years, so you know kind of what it takes to succeed here as we get ready for the season. Talk about where you see this group now and what you expect from the defensive line this year.
I expect great things. There's three starters coming back pretty much. Some guys that have been playing for us, Manny, Marigato, Jack Eisenstadt, myself, Demetrius Smith, Darnell Leslie. I think we have a good group of guys to go forth with.
And then talk about what you want to see, not only from them, but what you want to accomplish through the rest of camp as we look ahead to kind of that date that's circled on the calendar, that September 5th date, the opening of the season.
Biggest thing, I just want to stay healthy, as anybody can expect, but I want to keep making plays out here and keep everybody going, keep the defense flying around, and just keep moving forward.
All right, Darnell, now entering year 2 as a starter. It's also year 2 for Monmouth in the Big South. Address where you think you are right now as well as the rest of your defensive line teammates.
I think I made some really good progress from last year to this year, and I think that alone, just my single-handedly progress will allow our D-line to also do well. Being 1/4 of the starters on the defensive line, that's also to me a big part. And, I feel like as an entire D-line, we also have made steps. Losing Pat O'Hara up front as a leader and as a captain hurt us a little bit, but we have guys that have game experience that are ready to step up and make plays as well.
And is there any difference from last camp to this camp? Last year, year 1 as a starter. Now you are one of the veteran guys and teaching some of the younger guys. Is there any difference in camp and how you're going about your business?
I'm just trying to be a lot more focused and stay healthy. Just so if I can do that for myself, I can also aid the younger guys as well into how to do that as well. So just give them insight as to how to stay healthy and how to get into the training room, get out of there, get on the field on time, get into meetings on time, and just help them get through their playbook. So just me being able to learn that myself from last year to this year will also help them as well, I feel.
And Darnell, final question. You get to work with one of the all-time greats at Monmouth defensive line, and Cornell Key came back working with you guys from the strength and conditioning point of view. Talk about what it's like learning from a guy that's been through this program before and knows what it takes to succeed here at Monmouth.
It's great learning from a guy like that. He's very smart. He's educated, and he has the experience. He was All-American here. He has records in the Almanac, so that's great to learn from a guy like that as well. With him playing under Coach Bo, it's good to learn from both of them at the same time. Coach Cornell will take me to the side and show me little details about the game that Coach Bo may not see, but Coach Bo will also show me on a bigger picture of what I'm supposed to be doing as well. So it's good to have 2 insights.
Day 4 Monmouth football camp wrapped up. Coach Callahan, address what you saw from your team this afternoon. Now a couple days in pads, they look to be getting more comfortable every day.
Well, we are, and I'll tell you, I really like the intensity, and the biggest thing that we've been able to do is build upon the day before. I think each day we've gotten a little bit better in terms of the intensity and the focus. The enthusiasm has been outstanding, and the energy that the guys bring to the field has been excellent. But I really like the way that we're learning, we're executing things better, and things are becoming more and more crisp as we go. And today was another step. We put another layer on it, so I'm really happy about that.
And just from our vantage point, the things that you're saying, definitely noticeable. Things do appear that much more crisp than on day 1. And talk about where you'd like to see the team now through the weekend as you get into the second full week next week, where they are now to where you'd like to see them be.
Well, tomorrow will be the first day in full pads, and there'll be some live drills there, so we'll get to do a little bit better job of evaluating some of the guys in certain positions and, start establishing the depth and find out what we have or maybe what we don't have. But, it's going to pick up in intensity. As I said, there's going to be some live sessions in there, and the guys are looking forward to it, and I know as a staff we're looking forward to seeing how some of these guys fare.
Coach, you just mentioned as you start to narrow in on some of these positions, the one that we're focusing on this afternoon is the defensive line. And you lose a couple of players from a season ago that were key contributors, but you bring back some guys as well. Darnell Leslie, Andrew Jurczynski, Demetrius Smith and crew. It looks to be a point of strength for this team. Address where your D-line is right now.
Well, I think coming into the camp here and coming into the season, I think it is a point of strength. Even though we lost 2 starters, we played 9 to 10 guys every game last year, and the rest of those guys are back. So there's guys that have been on the field They've gotten significant, meaningful reps during the course of last season, and they make that group that much stronger. I think that with the addition of a couple new players, a couple young guys, I think that group could be a really dominant unit on our defense.
You talk about that tradition of Monmouth football. No one knows it more than you do, and traditionally the defensive line here has always been a strength. You have a guy that was one of the all-time greats in Cornell Key now working back with this program. Talk about what it is having him back involved from the strength perspective and working with these guys.
Well, we were very fortunate when our head strength and conditioning position for football came open that Cornell had an interest in it. He's a guy who, as you said, came up through our program. He was an outstanding player here. He coached here years ago, and then he's went into his own business in the strength and conditioning industry for a while. He jumped at the chance to come back. I know the guys are really excited about working with him. They really respect what he did, not only as a player, but what he's done as a strength and conditioning professional. So it couldn't be a better relationship, and I'm just glad that he's here helping Monmouth football.
Coach, final question in regards to the defensive line. You know, some of the guys that are now counted on to be leaders, Darnell Leslie specifically, he's one of the younger guys a season ago, kind of learning what to do. Now he's one of the more veteran guys. Talk about how these guys kind of coach themselves out on the field as well, especially when you have so much experience in the program.
Well, as you said, Darnell, was kind of new to the scene last year, but he's one of our established veteran players there. We're really happy that he has 2 more years to play. He's the leader of that unit. He and Demetrius Smith are guys that have got significant plays, significant reps over the course of the last 2 years. And they're the guys that are going to bring that group along, and do a great job of that. So we're excited to see these guys put it all together.
Well, Coach, we appreciate a few minutes. Good luck as you go into the weekend. Practice continues, all building up to September 5th.
Thanks.
That's the head football coach here at Monmouth University, Kevin Callahan. We are at football camp here on the Monmouth Digital Network.